What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go my WWE Smackdown review and highlights. So, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video, or I'll go live on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. Now let's talk about WWE Smackdown. Now, WWE Smackdown was an A show, 10 out of 10 in my eyes. It was just an A show, 10 out of 10. All right, we go live on SmackDown from Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. Commentary: Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. WWE SmackDown kicks off with a black SUV arriving to the arena. Out 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 step Jey Uso and Sami Zayn with Sami Zayn having trimmed his beard and wearing a blazer. Jimmy Uso welcomes them to the arena as the SmackDown intro plays. Pyro hits in the arena and the show starts. So we get the women's WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. Damage Control. Dakota Kai, Neil Sky versus Liv Morgan and Tegan Knox. Decent tag team match. This was decent. The bell rings and we are underway. Liv Morgan and Dakota Kai start the match. Liv Morgan with a drop kick as she gets Dakota Kai in the corner. Tegan Knox is tagged in and they double team Dakota Kai. She sends Dakota Kai to the ropes in an elbow by Tegan Knox. She runs to the ropes, but Dakota Kai with a kick to the face. Io Sky is tagged in and a double team acts onto Tegan Knox. She goes for an armbar, but Tegan Knox reverses it into an armbar herself. She slams Io Sky into the mat. Liv Morgan is tagged in, and they hit Io Sky with a double suplex. Liv Morgan goes for the cover, but Io Sky kicks out. Liv Morgan with a snapmare. She runs to the ropes, but Dakota Kai hurts her in the back. Dakota Kai to the outside of the ring as she goes under the ropes, and Liv Morgan follows her. Liv Morgan grabs a candlestick and chases Dakota Kai into the ring, but Tegan Knox stops Liv Morgan from hitting her. In comes Io Sky, but Liv Morgan and Dakota Kai double and Tegan Knox double Io Sky, but yeah, Liv Morgan and Tegan Knox double team them. They throw damage control to the outside of the ring. Liv Morgan goes for a baseball slide, but Dakota Kai moves out of the way. She distracts them on the outside, and Tegan Knox with a splash off the top rope onto damage control on the outside of the ring. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, damage control double team Tegan Knox in the ring. Io Sky gets Tegan Knox in a waist lock, but Dakota Kai gets out of it and hits her with a headbutt. Liv Morgan and Dakota Kai are tagging. Liv Morgan with a drop kick off the second rope. Liv Morgan knocks Io Sky off the ring apron, and Dakota Kai hits Liv Morgan with a kick to the face. Io Sky is tagging as they place Liv Morgan on the top rope and lift her up and slam her onto the mat. Io Sky goes for the cover, but Tegan Knox breaks it up. Dakota Kai knocks Tegan Knox down, and Liv Morgan throws Dakota Kai to the outside of the ring. Liv Morgan with a cold breaker onto Io Sky as Tegan Knox is tagging. Tegan Knox with the shiny wizard. She goes for the cover, but Dakota Kai breaks it up. Liv Morgan throws Dakota Kai on the ring apron. Liv Morgan with a sunset flip powerbomb as she slams Dakota Kai on the outside. Io Sky hits Liv Morgan with a drop kick on the outside. Io Sky gets back in the ring, and Tegan Knox with a kick to the face. Tegan Knox runs to the ropes, but Io Sky hits her with a right hand, and Tegan Knox falls to the outside. Io Sky goes to jump on the second rope, but Tegan Knox knocks her down. The referee is distracted by Io Sky as Bailey grabs Tegan Knox, but Tegan Knox throws Bailey over the barricade. Xylee in the black hoodie attacks Tegan Knox on the outside as security takes that person away. Io Sky Io Sky gets Tegan Knox in the ring and hits her with a moonsault. She goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner and still your WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Damage Control, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. That was a decent tag team match. And we already knew that was Xia Li. But that right there was just disappointing. That Xia Li attacked Tegan Knox. Let's move on. A video package aired showing Gunther as the WWE Intercontinental Champion. So we go to commercial. Ricochet cuts a promo talking about how he will win the WWE Intercontinental title against Gunther. Sami Zayn and the Usos are backstage. Sami Zayn asks them how he looked, and they tell him he looks good. Sami Zayn asks where Solo is with Jimmy, telling him he is with Roman, and they are on their way. Sami Zayn says he needs to get some water and leave the room. Jay tells Jimmy it's a big night, as Roman will take away Sammy's honorary Uso and make him a full Uso. Jimmy tells him he doesn't think Roman will do it, and if he spoke with Roman Reigns, Jay says he didn't, but Roman Reigns will do it. Jimmy says he thinks they are setting Sami Zayn up for a big disappointment. Jay tells him tonight will be a big night. Okay, we see a clip. We see a clip of last week's SmackDown where LA Knight called out Bray Wyatt. LA Knight ended up in the locker room with the lights going off and Bray Wyatt in the front of him. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing I don't get. If LA Knight was kidnapped, how did he escape from that? That's unrealistic, and that doesn't make sense. Me and Showstopper TV look at LA Knight that he was kidnapped, but he was walking around backstage. But how did LA Knight escape? That's unrealistic. And that's facts by itself. Alright, let me continue. Michael Cole says they received a QR code, which is a video of what happened last week. We see LA Knight tied up, wearing a mask with Bray's voice playing. Bray Wyatt laughs as he removes the mask off LA Knight, but LA Knight has his mouth taped shut. We cut to the arena and LA Knight is walking backstage looking around. So we're gonna go to commercial break. Back from commercial, LA Knight is in the ring. He says for the past few weeks he has been blindsided, abducted, and tied up, but he is still knocking on Bray Wyatt's door. He tells Bray Wyatt he is a former WWE champion, one of the biggest WWE superstars of all time, and his recent return is one of the most talked about return ever. But but all he has done is dress like a circus freak, cried, said a lot of things, and he has taken advantage of blindsiding and attacking him. And then he says it wasn't him, wasn't him, wasn't himself. It was Howie, Uncle Howie. Now I'm gonna say this one time. Me and Showstopper TV knows that is Bro Dallas. They're gonna reveal that at Elimination Chamber. I guarantee you. We already know that's Bo Dallas. But anyway, let me continue. LA Knight says he knows it was him. He heard him. He tells Bray Wyatt to put on any mask. He needs to anything custom. He needs to call himself what he needs to come out and get stomped out. The lights go out in the arena. Out comes Bray Wyatt laughing. He tells Chicago he has missed them. But LA Knight, he is sick of him. He is sick of this entire game they keep playing. He tells LA Knight that he knows he doesn't believe him and he understands why. But LA Knight is barking up the wrong tree. he hasn't touched him, and deep down, they both know how this story ends. Bray Wyatt gets on the ring apron. He says since they both know how it ends, he will give him one last chance to deliver his message and make it worth his while. As Bray Wyatt is getting in the ring, LA Knight hits him with the right hands and stomps on him in the corner. A video package plays with Uncle Howie asking him what he has done. He asks LA Knight if he wants to see something really scary. LA Knight continues to stomp on Bray Wyatt as music plays. He file, he feels the interest and out comes Uncle Howie. LA Knight LA Knight backs away as we hear Uncle Howie laugh fill the arena. LA Knight leaves the ring with Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howie laughing. So we go to commercial break. Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa walk into the arena. Roman Reigns asks Paul Heyman where to as Heyman points uh points and all three men walk in the hallway. So we get the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. Gunther versus Ricochet. The beginning of the match was boring, and I like how they pick up. But during the commercial, and SmackDown came back on, the crowd was on their feet, and we must have missed something while doing that commercial break. But anyway, the beginning of the match was boring, but I like how it pick up. But the ending was epic, and that's all I gotta say from there. All right, Adam Pearce kicks Caster and Vinci away from the ring. The bell rings and we are underway. Ricochet with kick into Gunther's left leg. An armbar followed by a hip toss by Gunther. He grabs Ricochet, but Ricochet acrobatically gets away. Gunther grabs Ricochet by the legs and throws him around the ring. Gunther goes for a chop, but Ricochet moves out of the way. A headlock takedown by Ricochet, followed by a kick to the side of the head. Ricochet with a drop kick in the corner. Right hands by Ricochet, but Gunther throws him onto the ring apron. Gunther with a big boot, and Ricochet falls to the outside. Gunther on the outside as he lifts Ricochet up and throws him on the ring apron. A chop to the chest by Gunther. Commercial break. Back from the break, Gunther with chops to the chest in the ring. Gunther slams Ricochet into the corner as Ricochet falls to the mat. A kick to the a kick to the back by Gunther in the middle of the ring. Gunther with a body slam. Gunther with a Boston Crab in the middle of the ring. Ricochet with kicks onto Gunther and he gets out of it. Ricochet with a kick onto Gunther, but Gunther lifts Ricochet up and hits him with a backbreaker. Gunther goes for the cover, but Ricochet kicks out. Gunther with a Boston Crab as he turns it into a cross race, but Ricochet makes it to the ropes. Gunther grabs Ricochet, but Ricochet with right hands. He grabs Gunther, but Gunther with a big chop. Gunther with a sleeper hold in the middle of the ring, but Ricochet rolls out of it. Gunther with right hands and a sleeper onto Ricochet in the middle of the ring. Ricochet with kicks onto Gunther as he tries to lift Gunther up, but Gunther lands on his feet and hits him with a chop. Gunther goes for the cover, but Ricochet kicks out. So we go to commercial break. Gunther with chops onto Ricochet in the corner. He goes for another chop, but Ricochet moves out of the way and he hits Gunther with a kick. Ricochet with a kick to the side of the head. Gunther in the corner and Ricochet hits him with a drop kick. Right hand by Ricochet. He grabs Gunther and goes for a suplex, but Gunther reverses it as he throws Ricochet onto the mat. Ricochet stands up and goes for the powerbomb, but Ricochet throws him out of the ring. Ricochet to the outside, and he hits Gunther with a drop kick, and Gunther slams into the barricade. Ricochet grabs Gunther, but Gunther with a chop to the chest. He lifts Ricochet up, but Ricochet lands on the ring apron. Ricochet jumps off the top rope, and he hits Gunther with a moonsault. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Ricochet with a shooting star. He goes for the cover, but Gunther kicks out. Ricochet with a right hand on Gunther and chops. Kicks by Ricochet and a chop to the chest. Ricochet with a super kick, but Gunther on his feet. Ricochet runs towards Gunther, but Gunther with a chop. He lifts Ricochet up and powerbombs him, and he goes for the cover, but Ricochet kicks out. Gunther lifts Ricochet up and hits him with the last sympathon. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner is still your WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther. The beginning of the match was boring, and the match picked up, and then the ending itself was epic. All right, let's move on. Out came Caster and Vinci to the ring as they celebrate together. Caster and Vinci grab Ricochet after the match, but out comes Braun Strowman as the Imperium leaves the ring. I'm gonna say this right now. Braun Strowman better not come the Intercontinental Championship. He better not. That's all I gotta say. Braun Strowman better not take the title off of Gunther. All right, let's move on. Roman Reigns is sitting in his office with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. In comes Jimmy Uso, who asks him what he is going to do tonight, but Roman Reigns doesn't answer. Jimmy Uso asks him if he is going to make Sami Zayn and Uso. Jimmy Uso says he loves their family, the bloodline them. But if he doesn't want to induct Sami Zayn because of his history with Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns looks at him, but doesn't answer. Jimmy Uso says he will see him out there tonight, and he leaves the room. Roman Reigns tells Heyman he wants to talk to Adam Pearce. So we go to commercial break. I, in comes Pierce, and Roman Reigns tells him to sit. Roman Reigns says, "Wise man," as Heyman says, "Start." As Paul Heyman starts to talk, he tells Adam Pearce Roman Reigns will bless him. To imagine this: Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens and a partner of his choice, which was John Cena. Paul Heyman tells Adam Pearce if he likes um Adam Pearce could even be the partner. Adam Pearce says they can do it tonight. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman starts to laugh. Adam Pearce says he gets it, but asks if it would be at the Royal Rumble. Paul Heyman tells Roman Reigns, but if he were to do it live on network television on Fox December 30th, Tampa, Florida. Roman Reigns says that sounds a lot better than Chicago. Paul Heyman congratulates Adam Pearce on the biggest tag team of 2022 live on Fox. Solo Sikoa gets in Adam Pearce's face as he stands up and says he will let Kevin Owens know. All right, commercial break. So we get Hero versus the Viking Raiders versus Legado del Fantasma. Decent true threat tag team match. The bell rings and we are underway. While Ivar and Ashante are in the ring. Ivar with a kick onto Wild and Wild to the outside of the ring. Ashante with a drop kick onto Ivar and Ivar to the outside of the ring. Eric throws Ashante to the outside of the ring. Top Dollar gets in the ring and he clotheslines Eric to the outside. Legado del Fantasma with a double drop kick off the top rope. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Top Dollar with a shoulder tackle onto Eric and tell to roll. Ira is tagging as the Viking Raiders double team Top Dollar. In comes Legado del Fantasma, but the Viking Raiders knock them both down. Ivar Jones off the second rope and hits Top Dollar with a clothesline. Eric goes for the cover, but Wild breaks it up. Del Toro is tagged in and a drop kick onto Top Dollar. He climbs the top rope and Del Toro with a splash. He goes for the cover, but Top Dollar kicks out. Ashante gets in the ring and he hits Wild with a DDT. Eric with a German suplex onto Ashante. Ivar with the sit down onto Del Toro. Top Dollar with a clothesline. Top Dollar jumps over the top rope, but doesn't make it the entire jump as he hits the top rope and lands on his feet on the outside of the ring. That right there was a botchamania by Top Dollar. That was a botchamania moment right there. Selena Vega hits Ashante with a hurricanrana. B-Fab hits Selena with a right hand. Valhalla with a right hand onto B-Fab, and both women start to fight on the outside. Selena Vega with a moonsault onto both women. Wild runs towards Top Dollar, but Top Dollar catches him in the Shantae and hits him with the heavy hitter, and he goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Hero. And I must say this right now, Hero is not going to win the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions against the Usos. They are Heroes not going to win. Kayla is backstage with Raquel, who has ice on her elbow. Kayla asks her if she will be in a gauntlet match next week, where the winner will become the number one contender for the WWE Smackdown Women's Championship. Raquel says the doctor recommend caution, but for her, this is personal. When she goes to straighten her arm, she remembers what Shayna and Ronda Rousey did to her. And last week they hurt her friend Shotzi. She says she will be in a gauntlet match next week. In comes Shayna, who hits her with a right hand. Ronda Rousey grabs Raquel by well grabs Raquel's arm and kicks it. In comes Shannon, who hits her with the right hand. Ronda grabs Raquel by the arm as Shayna kicks it. So we go to commercial break. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn make their way down to the ring. Roman Reigns tells Chicago to acknowledge him. Roman Reigns says he doesn't see the bloodline since War Games and they dominated War Games. Roman Reigns shake all of their hands. He says tonight is the night. Every night is a good night for the tribal chief, but tonight was going to be a good night for Sami Zayn. But they have a problem. They have the KO problem. Um, Roman Reigns tells Roman Reigns tells Sami Zayn Kevin Owens is a problem. He won't leave him alone. And if he is a problem for Sami Zayn, he is a problem for Roman Reigns, and he is a problem for the bloodline. But he has a solution. He tells Sami Zayn they are going to team up and have a tag team match against Kevin Owens. They are going to get rid of Kevin Owens and never see him again. Sami Zayn tells Roman Reigns he is absolutely right. After all of this time, Kevin Owens keeps trying to bring him down. He tells everyone that he is Kevin's only friend. He tells them that he misspoke. He was his friend, and it would be a privilege to be his partner. John Cena show up on the Titantron. John Cena tells them surprise. He was surprised when he got a text message from Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens. I'm sorry. John Cena talk, take takes out his cell phone and reads the message. John Cena says Kevin Owens texted him saying he has a match every year in the WWE for the last 20 years, except this one. He asked John Cena if he wants to be his tag team partner on SmackDown on December 31st in Temple, Florida. John Cena says he has not had a match in 2022 and they are running out of chances. But the only last SmackDown of the year, he will team up with Kevin Owens against Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. And he will be Kevin Owens' partner. Roman Reigns laughs in the ring as John Cena music hits and SmackDown goes off the air. Like I mentioned earlier, SmackDown was an A show, and I give it a 10 out of 10. And they finally mentioned the Royal Rumble for the men's and the women's Royal Rumble. They finally talked about the Royal Rumble, and I love that moment. And like I said, anything like John Cena is teaming up with Kevin Owens to face Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns next week on SmackDown at Tampa, Florida, and I cannot wait. And that's all I gotta say from here. But like I said, man, I was at Showstopper TV's live stream doing his SmackDown watch along. Showstopper TV's live stream and Twitch, it's a 10 out of 10. No question about it. But anyway, SmackDown was a show, and I give it a 10 out of 10. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Smackdown review on highlights, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what are your thoughts on SmackDown. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video on YouTube or go live on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I just want to say, thank you guys so much for coming to my live stream on YouTube yesterday. I had lots of fun. But anyway, this your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.